I have no clue who's going to win Best Actor. I thought I had a clue like 2 weeks ago. I have no clue now. Oh my God. And I blame the Screen Actors Guild once again. So this is what happened. Okay, let's get into the nominees. So then the nominees for Best Actor in a Motion Picture in 2025 are Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice, Ralph Fiennes for Conclave, Colman Domingo for Sing Sing, Timothée Chalamet for Complete Unknown, and Adrien Brody for The Brutalist. Okay, so Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice. Sebastian Stan, to me, is probably one of the greatest, most underrated actors in Hollywood today. His ability to go in and out of characters is almost unheard of today. The first time I heard or seen Sebastian Stan, it was in The Winter Soldier, Captain America's Winter Soldier. Now, I know he played Bucky in the first Cap, but I didn't see the first one. I just saw him as the Winter Soldier, and he was fantastic as the Winter Soldier. And Captain America Winter Soldier is probably one of the best, if not the best, comic book films ever made. Well, the same guy who played the Winter Soldier in Sebastian Stan also played Jeff Galooly in the movie I, Tonya with the beautiful Margot Robbie. Jeff Galooly and the Winter Soldier are two different characters, two different characteristics, two different body shapes. And then now the same guy who played both those characters went to play Donald Trump in the Apprentice movie, which is just an amazing depiction by itself. Now, do I think Sebastian Stan's going to win for The Apprentice? No. I think, even though he was good in it, I think Hollywood was this is their screw you to Trump. It's like, we're going to vote for him for The Apprentice. Screw you, Trump. So I think that was a political thing, but not to say that Sebastian Stan's not deserved to be in the category. He's a fantastic actor. He's just fantastic in that film. And he's probably one of our greatest character acting leading men that we just don't talk about. And I think down the road, Sebastian Stan will win an Oscar. He's that talented of an actor. So shout out to him. Ralph Fiennes in The Conclave, I'll talk about him in a minute. Colman Domingo, Sing Sing. I don't think Colman hasn't been winning anything. I don't think Colman has a shot of winning anything. However, I've been a fan of Colman's since Fear of the Walking Dead. I know a lot of y'all just know him from Euphoria. And I just started watching Euphoria. My God. How do you put that stuff on TV? How did that get on TV? Good Lord. That reminds me of the shows I used to like back in the early 2010s. It's like so much sex. So much stuff is going on here. Oh, man. Euphoria is great. It's too bad I came late. But yeah, Colman Domingo, I've always been a fan of Colman since Fear of the Walking Dead. I would get so upset that he would be on shows and they would ask about Euphoria, but they would never ask about Fear. Like, he is Victor Strand. Yes, Fear had bad writing at times, but man, he was always good as Victor. Even when the writing was turned horrible. But shout out to Colman Domingo, but I don't think he has a shot at all winning this Emmy. I mean, this Grammy. I'm sorry, this Oscars. It's been a long award season. This Oscars is because he hasn't been winning. Timothée Chalamet, we'll get to him in a second. Adrien Brody. So Adrien Brody is an interesting case. So going into award season, I thought the award season was going to be about Timothée Chalamet versus Ralph Fiennes. Timothée Chalamet, the young gun, versus Ralph Fiennes, the old gun. Neither one of them has won Oscars. Timothée Chalamet has been nominated recently, never won. Ralph Fiennes should have won for Schindler's List back in the 90s, but he never won. And you would think that you look at an actor like Ralph Fiennes, who's been around forever, that he's won at least one Oscar. It's never happened. So that's what I thought was going to happen. I was like, well, if Ralph doesn't win, it's going to be about Timothée. Neither one happened. Adrien Brody won Best Actor at the Golden Globes, and Adrien Brody kept on winning all the Best Actor awards throughout award season up until the controversy with The Brutalist came out. When somebody either they dropped the dime or some really good investigative journalism, but they found out that the makers of the film used AI to fix some of the Hungarian accents on the actors. Now, did they fix Adrien Brody's accent? I don't know. Adrien Brody has always been good. Like, Adrien Brody's old school. So I think he actually put in the work. But maybe some of the other actors, they tried and it didn't sound as good. So they fine-tuned it. They basically auto-tuned it. So they fine-tuned the Hungarian accents with AI. The problem with that is they didn't disclose it and then it got leaked out. And that just it only kind of slowed down Adrien Brody's Best Actor wins, but also slowed down The Brutalist, because The Brutalist coming out of the Golden Globes was the film to beat along with Emilia Perez, but now both of them have scandals around them. So I don't know what The Brutalist is going to do when it comes to the Oscars. It just depends if the voters can get past the use of the AI. So Adrien Brody was winning all along, and I was expecting him to win the Screen Actors Guild, but Timothée Chalamet won. And it's interesting because Timothée Chalamet hasn't been winning anything. People enjoyed his performance as Bob Dylan in The Complete Unknown, and he was actually really good in Dune, but he wasn't winning. And I guess they felt like Chalamet next to Austin Butler, you know, they're both two of the best young actors in their generation, and both of them that definitely should win an Oscar down the road. So I guess they felt like, Timothée will get his later. But I think what happened was at the Screen Actors Guild, I think they was looking at Adrien Brody, and then once that controversy happened, they looked at Timothée and it's like, you know what? Let's give it to him. And his speech was great. Because he said he was talking to the people. It's like, I want to be like one of the greats. I want to be, when I look out into this audience, I see all these great actors. I want to be one of the greats. And in a lot of ways, man, he talks like a ball player, man. he talked about Jordan. It's like, yeah, I love this dude. It's like LeBron won an Oscar. It's fantastic. And he should be a 5-timer on SNL. That young guy has the goods, man. He can do drama. He can do comedy. He knows sports. He's a lot cooler than I thought he would be. Shout out to Timothée Chalamet. So, Timothée Chalamet wins the SAG Award, and he hasn't been winning at all during the award season. Does this open it up for him to win Best Oscar at the Academy Awards? Or would the voters say, yeah, we like Chalamet, but we'll give it to him down the road. We still voted for Brody. Speaking of that, which brings us back to Ralph Fiennes. So, there's a story circling right now, allegedly, that 2 Oscar voters voted for Adrien Brody over Ralph Fiennes. And the reason they didn't vote for Ralph Fiennes is because they thought he won before. I did a simple Google search to find out if Ralph Fiennes won an Oscar before, and that was no. Now, I've screwed stuff up before. Like I did some videos I should have researched, and I thought I knew it, and I got it wrong. But man, if I voted for something as important as the Oscars, I'm checking to see, well, of this list, who hasn't won Oscars? Well, Sebastian Stan hasn't won, Colman hasn't won, Timothee hasn't won. And we all know that Adrien Brody's won. That's the thing. Like, Adrien Brody won in 2003. It's the infamous video of him kissing Halle Berry. Technically, he probably shouldn't have done that. But it's 2003 Halle Berry. I would have done that too. And I probably would have been banned like Will Smith. You're banned like Will. No. At least I kissed Halle. But yeah, you shouldn't have kissed her. But still, like, I understand why you did it. She's beautiful. But a simple Google search would have told you that Ralph Fiennes never won the Oscar. And the fact that these 2 Oscar voters believe that he won, and the only reason they didn't vote for him because they thought he's won before, and they voted for Adrien Brody. If Adrien Brody wins, and not to say it's not deserved, but if Adrien Brody wins, he should shake Ralph Fiennes' hand and bring up on stage, and it's like, I read what y'all did. It ain't right. I'm taking his Oscar. But this man, y'all need to hook him up. Because he's never won. I got 2, says Adrien Brody. That guy, Ralph Fiennes, tremendous actor. He doesn't have any. Y'all need to fix this. Sorry, Ralph, I'm going to take this Oscar home. But how can you vote this way? How can you not do your research, man? Can I be an Oscar voter? Seriously. I can't be as bad as these other people. Y'all saw my analysis. I'm good at this. Oh, it's too much. So of this list, namaste. Of this list, who do you think deserves the Best Actor? Maybe we got it wrong. Maybe it shouldn't be Adrien Brody or Timothée Chalamet. Is it Sebastian Stan? Is it Colman Domingo? Is it Ralph Fiennes? Was there any other performance that you saw by a Best Actor this year that you saw that should have been nominated for Best Actor? I don't have a clue. That whole Timothée Chalamet thing at the SAG Awards just totally screwed me up because I was expecting Brody to go, but the way that I look at it, because Fiennes never won, and I still don't think they'll give it to Fiennes, even though he probably deserves it. They should, though. Conclave actually has a shot at winning Best Picture, too, which is kind of interesting now. They could give it to Fiennes, but I think what's going to happen is if they didn't care about the AI stuff, they'll give it to Brody. But if they can't get past that, they could give it to Timothée. Or the Oscars being the wacky things that they do, they might just give it to Ralph Fiennes as a surprise because he hasn't been winning at all during the award season. Oh, I love award season. A lot of people don't, but I do.